Tom Troyer, 61.
Jim Ritchie, 51.
Darren Grover, 56, sorry.
Kyle Chestnut, 42.
Joanne Tarleton, 43.
Mary Hepler, 67.
Mom, if you would. Thank you.
All right. So, have you ever been out in your local community walking or driving and noticed stray animals, or seen different posts about pets needing to be rehomed or shelters being overcrowded? If so, this is likely due to a problem called pet overpopulation, because there are too many available pets for the number of available homes or rooms and shelters and rescues. Now, pet overpopulation doesn't just impact strays, shelters, and rescues. It impacts the use of your local tax dollars, resources, and your local neighborhood safety. Now, after researching online and talking with different members of my community, I have learned how big of a problem this is, and how adopting and supporting local shelters and rescues, as well as being a responsible pet owner, can offer a solution. Now, today we are going to look at the causes and effects of animal overpopulation, as well as some of the solutions to help with this crisis. And we are going to look at the two possible futures, depending on if people choose to be a part of the solution versus chooses not to. Starting off, we are going to be talking about the different causes and effects of animal overpopulation. Now, some of the causes of animal overpopulation are uncontrolled reproduction. There's also increased relinquishment of pets, as seen here. Now, I want to know all of my pictures in this presentation were taken at my local animal shelter. I went and did some interviews and took all of these pictures myself. So, according to an article from the World Animal Foundation, every year over 5.8 million animals are surrendered to shelters every year. There's also an increasing number of irresponsible owners who don't understand the responsibility and commitment pets entail, and this results in them being rehomed or even dumped in the worst case, which results in more pets being on the streets or in shelters, as seen here. There's also breeding. According to a post from the Everything Pet blog, despite this crisis, pet breeders are continuing to produce kittens and puppies into the world to meet consumer demands. While many people believe they might be supporting a reputable breeder, I just want to note that this harsh truth is that any purchase from a breeder supports the pet overpopulation crisis. Now we are going to talk about the effects. Some of the effects of animal overpopulation. One of the effects is shelter overcrowding. I interviewed the staff at DeKalb Humane Society, who said overcrowding in shelters is a never-ending cycle. As soon as they get some of their animals adopted or fostered out, more are coming in need of home. And they have no available rooms or their intakes are full. As you can see here with some of their pets being in storage. There's also an increase in animals being euthanized. According to an article from USA Today, over 700,000 animals were euthanized in 2023 alone. There's also an increase in strays and an increase in poor welfare among strays and these pets that are in rescues and shelters. Now we are going to look at some of the ways we can help with these problems. Now, some of the ways we can help with animal overpopulation. You can first help by supporting your local animal rescues and shelters. You can do this by volunteering and donating, which helps them have extra staff or money to help deal with the extra pets in their care, or you can adopt and foster. According to a blog post from Lucy's House Bully Rescue, adopting and fostering from shelters helps reduce the demand for breeding, as well as give shelters more space for more animals that are in need of help. Now, you can also help by being a responsible pet owner. This means, utmost, get your pets fixed. This helps prevent any additional pets being added to the population in need of homes. Also, before you get a pet, make sure you fully understand the responsibility and commitment that comes with that. According to an article by Josephine Campbell, many buyers and adopters are unaware of the responsibility and commitments that are involved, leading to pets being dumped or rehomed. Now, why do people hesitate to adopt? If it's so helpful, why? Well, according to a survey I conducted of my class, 60% of my classmates thought the main drawback of getting a pet from a shelter or a rescue was that they have unknown genetics and an unknown background. However, I want you to understand that all pets come with a level of unknowns and require a great deal of patience. Many shelters do a lot of work to make sure they know all they can about the pets they have in their care, whether they are good with other pets, good with kids, or any medical information they can find out about their pets. Also, while there are some reputable breeders who will make sure you get a proper genetic history and make sure they use ethical practices when breeding, this isn't often the case. And many breeders are just looking for profits. They will lie and use unethical practices to get them. Now we are going to look at 2 different possible futures. So what would the future look like if more people chose to be responsible pet owners and supported their local shelters and rescues? Well, less pets would be rehomed and dumped. Less pets would be euthanized. The pet population would start to decline, and shelters and rescues would finally start to see a decline in overcrowding and have more resources to deal with the pets in their care. Now, what if people choose to not support their local shelters and rescues and choose to be irresponsible pet owners? The pet population and the number of strays will continue to increase. Shelters would continue to be overcrowded and struggle with the little resources they have. Poor welfare among strays and rescue animals will continue to increase, and there will be an increase in pets euthanized. So now we are going to move on to a conclusion and summary of what we've gone over today. Today, we have looked at pet overpopulation and how supporting your local shelters and being a responsible pet owner can offer a solution, as well as the impacts of choosing to be a part of the solution versus choosing not to. So to help with animal overpopulation, you should choose to adopt and support your local shelters and rescues and be a responsible pet owner. In conclusion, animal overpopulation is a big issue, which can be seen by the increasing number of strays and overcrowding in shelters. Remember, pet overpopulation doesn't just affect these animals though. It affects us too in the use of our resources. It creates a drain on our society and our communities. So, next time you have some free time or money, choose to adopt or donate or volunteer at your local shelter. Or if you're looking for a new pet, please consider adopting or fostering through a shelter or rescue to help deal with this crisis. Thank you for listening.
I cut you off
No,
again.
you're fine, I'll just clip it.